Hello, welcome back to another video in this exciting pronunciation course. This is a really fun video because we're talking about something a bit different than what we have done in the rest of these modules. This time we're talking about some different vowel sounds. Now, the main pronunciation challenges for native Arabic speakers are not typically vowel sounds. Typically the ones that make more of a transformation in our pronunciation and make us sound less clear would be consonants, which is why this course is so heavily consonant focused versus other courses for other speakers of other languages, right? Because we're focused on you. But these are some specific vowel pairs that are really important to distinguish between and that can be confused sometimes for native Arabic speakers. So we're going to work on talking about the differences between these different vowel pairs, the beat, bit, bet vowel pairs, talk about your pronunciation challenges, and some tips for success and practice moving forward, okay? This might sound a little tricky for you when you first hear it, like beat, bit, bet. Wow, those sound so similar, or they sound the same, or I can't make the difference between those sounds. But the tricks I'm going to show you make it really easy for you to, number one, make the sounds, and number two, know how to determine if you are really making the sound you want to make. Sometimes when we hear ourselves, we hear something differently than what other people are hearing. So I'm going to show you how to be able to look at your mouth and know, okay, I think I am making the sound that I want to make because I can see my mouth is doing what it should do for this vowel. So for that reason, it's actually much easier to work on these vowel pairs than what you may think. So let's get into it. What this lesson is going to cover, we're going to talk about these typical vowel sounds that native Arabic speakers struggle with. And we're going to differentiate between these vowel sounds. So what are the differences between them and how can I know whether I'm pronouncing them the way I want to? And then how to practice moving forward, okay? Like always, we want to make sure that you leave these lessons feeling confident in ways you can practice moving forward. So, can you hear the difference between these minimal pairs? So I want you first to just close your eyes for me, okay? Don't look at the screen. Just listen to my voice. Close your eyes. I'll tell you when you can open them. Close your eyes and just listen. Focus solely on what you hear. If you're looking at things, you start to perceive more aspects of speech. So just focus on what you hear. Close your eyes, okay? And I'm going to say some groups of words for you. And I want you to think to yourself if you can hear the difference between these groups of words. So starting now, eyes closed. Okay. The first pair, beat, bit, bet. Second pair, deed, did, dead. Third pair, cheek, check, check. Keep your eyes closed one more time. I'll go a bit faster. Beat, bit, bet. Deed, did, dead. Cheek, check, check. Okay, open your eyes. Were these the words that you thought I was saying? Were you perceiving them as the same word? Were you perceiving them as different words? A really important part for being able to make these sounds is also being able to recognize when they sound differently. So we need to really train your ear if you can't hear the difference between these. It'll be more obvious as we go through this video why they're different, especially if you are like a visual learner. I'm a visual learner, for example. So when I can see a difference in how my mouth moves, for example, it helps me hear the difference too. So if it's hard for you to pick up on just the sounds, don't worry. I'm the same way, but what I'm going to show you later in this video will make everything really clear, okay? So in these vowel pairs, we have beat, bit, bet, deed, did, dead, cheek, chick, check, okay? So these are different vowels we're making, and I'm going to make sure that you know how to make these vowel sounds yourself and distinguish between them. So, beat. All right, this longer vowel sound, this E sound, is a sound that does exist in modern standard Arabic. So we're not going to go into detail on this sound because it's not a priority. The other two sounds are ones that are different, okay? But this is just to compare. So we're going to start with what feels familiar, and then we're going to go into what feels a little bit more tricky or challenging. So beat. Make this sound with me. E, 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 beat, beat, beat. Okay, great job. So some examples of some words where we have this beat sound. We're going to do these quickly because this is a sound that should already feel more familiar for you. Sheep, sleep, cheap, please, research, peace. And we can see some common pronunciation or some spelling patterns that happen with this E sound. It'll often happen when we have like two E's together or an E plus an A. Sometimes it can be just an E, like in research, or in peace with an IE. So there are tendencies. We can't always rely on spelling, of course, but there are these tendencies when it comes to the E sound. So now we're going to compare this E versus the I sound, because this bit, this I sound is one that does not feel as natural for native Arabic speakers. So we're going to compare the two, okay? So beat, this is the one that we already feel more comfortable with, okay? But I want you to become aware of what you're doing in your mouth to make this sound. So for beat, E, make this E sound with me. E, and hold it out. E. You should feel that the body of your tongue is really high. E. You should feel that the body of your tongue, or like the main part of your tongue, is really high. E. And it'll be so high that it's actually coming up and like touching your upper teeth. E. And a way you can practice this is, or to feel more confident in your control of your tongue, is if you stick your tongue out and you bite down on the sides, feel where the sides of your tongue, right here, touch your teeth. And if you try to bite down on your tongue with your teeth, those are the sides of your tongue, right? So when you make this E sound, you should feel those sides of your tongue touching these upper teeth. This is a more natural sound for you, but I want you to just feel what your mouth is doing because this is important. You can see and feel that your jaw is closed. So if you have a mirror or you want to look in your phone camera to look at what your jaw looks like when you're making this E sound, that'll be really helpful. E. You can see that my mouth is like closed. E. And we have our lips slightly pulled to the sides. So my lips aren't relaxed. I'm not like E, because then it doesn't come out as strong or clearly. E. So my lips pull out a little bit. So that's the sound that we make in beat, right? Now, because that sound feels more comfortable for us, we often will change other vowel sounds, like this second one we're going to talk about, this I sound. We will change it and make it sound like an E because it feels more comfortable for us to pronounce the E. Okay, so it's a really natural thing and it's not a big deal. We just want to be able to distinguish between them as we move forward so we can sound more clear in our pronunciation. So for this I sound, I want you to start by just practicing the sound. I. Try to imitate me. I. Bit. So our tongue is still high. But it's not going to be as high as it was with the E. Make the E sound again, the one in beat. E. Now we're at I. So our tongue is dropping a little bit. And this time, with the E sound, you'll feel that the tip of your tongue isn't touching anything. But when I say I, the tip of my tongue actually goes behind my bottom teeth. And you can see in the camera, I'll make myself bigger. You can see the tip of my tongue is behind my bottom teeth. Bit. That's what we want, okay? And our jaw is going to drop just a little bit. okay? It'll drop enough so that you could put like one finger in between your teeth. Eh, 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 eh. So if it's hard for you to drop your jaw, try to relax it first. Relax your jaw. Put your finger in between your teeth. Eh, 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 eh. That way you can't tighten up your jaw and make the E. So if we compare the E in beat versus E, 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 you can see that the difference is my jaw starts to drop. E, 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 E. And because my jaw drops, my lips also relax more. E, 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 E. Okay, so that's the main difference between these beat and bit sounds, all right? And you can see that in the mirror. Like if you're practicing in a mirror, you can see if your jaw is dropping and if you have space and if your lips are relaxed, and that'll tell you if you're making the sound the way you'd like to. So this bit sound, like I said, it doesn't exist in modern standard Arabic. So this is what we're going to work with a little more. Here's some examples. So we're going to practice dropping our jaw, relaxing it, and relaxing our lips as well. And make sure the tip of your tongue is behind your bottom teeth. Ship. Ship. Not sheep, but ship. Ship. Relax. Ship. Slip. Chip. Business. Business. Here we're hearing this U actually sounds like an I sound. Business. Business. Finish. Finish. Here we have two I's, two I sounds. I, finish. Finish. Next. Minute. Minute. Me. Not minute, but me. Minute. Minute. Great job. Now we're going to compare between E and I. So remember the E tensor, more closed mouth, higher sound. With the I, we relax, we drop our jaw. Okay? Sheep, ship. Cheap, chip. Seat, sit. Reach, rich. Okay? So ship, chip, sit, rich. Relax jaw. Awesome. Great job with those minimal pairs. So that's really the difference. We just want between E and I to drop our jaw a little bit. Okay, that'll be the main thing that'll help you find the sound that you're looking for. With some sentences with these minimal pairs, there were sheep on the ship. There were sheep on the ship. Relaxed ship. Sit in your seat. So now we're going from the relaxed sound to the more tense sound. Sit in your seat. Sit in your seat. I can't wait to reach riches. I can't wait to reach tense E, riches. Lax E, riches. I can't wait to reach riches. Okay, awesome job there. Now we are going to compare another sound with the I. Now that we've practiced the I, make the I sound again for me. I. Great. We're going to compare it to another vowel sound, the which is a little bit different, okay? So I, drop jaw, relax, I. So what are the differences between these two? So bet is a sound, or this sound is also a sound that does not exist in modern standard Arabic. So again, when we have a word that has this sound, sometimes we may feel the tendency to turn it into that tense E, like in beach or sheep or sleep or research. We'll want to change this into an E. And bet might sound like beat because it feels more natural or comfortable to us. So we want to be able to identify the differences between these sounds and use them ourselves. So some examples of words that have bet. I want you to just practice the sound with me as best you can, and then we're going to go into the technical examples, but just imitate me, okay? And think about, remember, relaxing your jaw. Play with your mouth in a way that you're not used to, okay? kept, kept, bed, bed, red, red, help, help, rent, rent, sell, sell. Okay, Great job with those examples. So what's the difference between them? Okay, so this is what we talked about before. Our tongue is high, the tip of our tongue behind our bottom teeth, Our jaw drops, we have space for one finger in between our teeth, and our lips relax a little bit more. Then with bet, we're going to change our mouth a little bit more. Again, our tongue is still high. With beat, bit, bet, our tongue is pretty high for all of them. And with bet, we still have the tip of our tongue behind our bottom teeth, okay? So that doesn't change. But this time, our jaw drops a little bit more than with bit. And this makes the back of our tongue like really wide and flat. Like if you stick out your tongue and try to flatten it out versus making it pointy, right? So we can control our tongue. Our tongue is a muscle, remember. So we drop our jaw a little bit more. If we say bit, bit, versus bet, bet, bet. So you see with bit, my jaw opens just a little. With bet, my jaw opens even more. So that's really just the trick for bet, is opening your jaw even more. And like I said, if you're a visual person, you can physically see this when you're practicing in a mirror, or you record yourself on your video with your phone camera. You can see it, right? So you can see physically if you're making the sound that you want to make, which I think is super cool. So let's practice between this I versus eh. Again, we're just dropping our jaw a little bit more for the bet vowel pairs. So sit, set, rid, red, fit, fed, wrist, rest. So drop and relax your jaw here. It might not feel super natural for you to relax your jaw because in Arabic, the vowels are a little bit more tense. So we're used to, for those vowel sounds, having a tenser mouth, but we just want to relax. Buzz out your lips. Really find relaxation here. Set, red, fed, rest. Okay? Great job with those minimal pairs in our I versus eh. So let's get to some sentences where we practice between these as well. Get rid of the red paint. Get rid of the red paint. So relaxing more for the eh. Don't sit on my new towel set. Don't sit on my new towel set. I need to rest my wrists. So now we're going from eh to I. I need to rest my wrists. I need to rest my wrists. Okay, great job there with those sentences. And now what we can do after is we've compared beat and bit. We've compared bit and bet. I'm going to make myself tiny here so we can see everything. So beat, bit, bet. Beat, bit, bet. And as we go down the line, we are dropping our jaw more and more. Beat, closed, bit, a little open, bet, way more open. So deed, did, dead. Cheek, chick, check. Feel, fill, fell. Seal, sill, sell. Okay. Awesome job there with those minimal pairs. You can see that it's a really easy, quick trick to do this. And if you're still having trouble hearing it or finding it, just practice in a mirror watching this video again. And I promise you'll find this way easier than you ever thought was possible. Practicing with a mirror really, really helps. So again, how to practice moving forward. Practice in pairs before comparing all three vowels. So just like here in this video, we practiced beat and bit, and then bit and bet. Practice them in pairs before you compare all three so that it's just easier moving forward, okay? Then we're going to use a mirror as well, like I said, to actually physically see how open and relaxed your jaw is, because that'll tell you if you're doing things correctly. And we're going to record ourselves. Let's hear how we say things and compare it to the recording that you have in your practice sheet. And we're going to use the Google pronunciation tool for feedback. You can do this for any sound, remember, and it's usually pretty effective. But we're going to do this for these E and E sounds as well. So if you look up a word like, and I'll show it, we'll do it together. So if I go to my Google pronunciation tool, I go to Google and I type pronounce ship. Maybe I want to practice the I sound and know if it sounds the way I want it to. It'll show me
ship.
You can also see in this mouth that the jaw's dropping a little.
Ship.
Just a little bit. And we'll practice ourselves. If I make this too tense and I say sheep, like the animal sheep, let's see the feedback it gives me. Sheep. It says, hey, it sounds like you said sheep. Try to say shit instead of she. Try opening your mouth a little and relaxing your lips, and it'll give you more minimal pairs. Sit, seat, chip, cheap, pick, peak, least, or list, least. So it's doing the same thing that I'm here doing with you, but you can hear actual feedback on your voice. So please use this tool for pairs or for words that you feel are specifically difficult for you. All right. So now you have all the tools to practice moving forward. All right. I will see you in the next video, and good luck with your practice. Don't forget to use the Google pronunciation tool to enhance your practice even further. I'll see you in the next video.